Hello viewers, welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you are new around here. Today we're going to be doing another prediction video. Obviously we have the upcoming LAN in a couple of days. Actually, it starts from when this goes out live. Well, this is being recorded on the Tuesday. It should go live on the Tuesday as well, the same day. And yeah, the LAN starts on Thursday the 6th of April. So we've got a couple days yet till it starts. We're going to go ahead here and in this video and start predicting. So we're just going to get stuck into it. Now, I think FaZe will carry on their form somewhat, but I don't think they're going to be as good as people say. A lot of people have FaZe getting to the final. A lot of people have FaZe winning the whole thing. I can't see that personally, but it's possible. Don't get me wrong. I think there's three teams, right? Karmine Corp, FaZe, and Gen G. I think they're the three favourites to take the whole thing. So FaZe obviously have a chance. I'm not saying they don't have a chance. They definitely do, but I just don't think they're going to be... There's a big gap. There's been a big gap between when we last saw these teams play till the LAN, and I think other teams will perform better. I think Gen G will definitely be really strong again. I think people are overlooking Gen G a little bit too much, and yeah, I just think Gen G they'll be tough to beat. But for here, Crew also looking really good. I think we're going to start off with two Game 5s. I do think the two favourite teams will win, but I think two Game 5s is what will happen in this group. I think this group's tough. I actually think this group could arguably be the group of death. To be fair, Group B could be as well. But yeah, FaZe against Crew here. We're going to have this as a 3-1 to FaZe. But Crew have just won a little mini tournament, Rlcs Cup. If any of you watched it, they beat Dignitas in the final. And funnily enough, Gaming Gladiators took a few games off Dignitas as well in the first match. So Gaming Gladiators looking half decent as well going to this LAN. So there might be some surprises in here. G2 against G1. I don't think G2 are going to be amazing this LAN. I think G1 are going to be pretty decent. I think there could be an upset here. So we're going to go ahead and put G1 winning the G1-G2 battle that everyone wants to see. I'm going to go in favour of the EU team and go with G1. FaZe against G2 next up. Now I think FaZe could sweep this. We're going to give a game to G2 actually. I'm not going to have any sweeps just yet. I don't believe there's going to be any sweeps in this group. It's too tight. It's just too tight. I can't see it happen. But FaZe probably will pull out a sweep somewhere. Let's be honest, it is FaZe. But we're going to stick with what we've done. Crew Esports against G1 next. Again, Crew looking really good. I think this could be a really tight game. It could go either way. I'm gonna give Crew a win here, actually. Yep. We'll go with Crew there. That unfortunately does still leave Crew going out just the head-to-head with G2 isn't as good. So yeah, G2 just sneaking through there. We got a lot of 1-2 in end phase with 3-0. Group B is next. Karmine Corp against Falcons. I think Karmine Corp will win this. I was meant to do that. I think Karmine Corp will win this pretty comfortably. We're going to go 3-1. We'll give a game to Falcons. I don't know about Falcons, so I don't know how good they're going to be. I don't think they're going to be that great. I really don't. I want them to be. I absolutely love Falcons as a team. Each individual player, I think they're all amazing to watch when they're performing. I just don't know if they're going to be able to perform at this LAN. They're coming off the Saudi E-League that they've just played in, that they lost in the final. And they looked pretty good at the start of that match. But then Rule 1, they did get a bracket reset, did Falcons, but Rule 1 came through and ended up winning. And now Falcons have got to fly straight out to San Diego. I don't know if they're there or not yet. They probably are. I'd imagine they are there now. But a lot of traveling, a lot of playing. I don't know. Maybe that'd be a good thing. Maybe they're warmed up, you know. Maybe that'd be a good thing. But for me, I don't know. I'm not too sure about Falcons at the moment. Vitality against Dignitas is next. I think this would be tight. I really rate Dignitas. I really do. I think they're pretty good. They're a really solid team. Not a lot of people are really talking about them because the names on the team aren't exactly names that you think of when you think of the best players in the world. And that doesn't mean they aren't, because they certainly are. That's why they're here. But a lot of people just don't really talk about Dignitas. I think they're really, really, really good. I think they're really solid. I mean, they wouldn't be here if they wasn't. I'm still going to put Vitality to win. I know I just said all that and put Vitality to win, but I do think Dig won't be an easy team to beat. I really believe that. K-Corp against Dignitas next up. I think I've just said Dignitas won't be an easy team to beat. I think I'm going to go for the first sweep here, though. I know that kind of doesn't line up with what I just said, but it's K-Corp at the end of the day. K-Corp will be getting some sweeps in their groups. They just always do. And I think that one's going to be their first one and the first one of the tournament. Vitality against Falcons next. Again, I think this could be a tight game, but I'm going to slightly lean towards Vitality once again as well. I'm going to have Falcons losing that. I don't think they're going to beat Vitality there. K-Corp against Vitality next. I can't see K-Corp losing a game in this group. We'll have it going to 5 though. I don't think it's going to be as dominant as people believe. I think Vitality will be decent in this group. And the final game, Dignitas against Falcons. I'm actually going to have Dig winning this. I know a lot of people won't like that. I just don't know about Falcons. I'm sorry to the Falcon lovers. I don't know how good they're going to be. They're a bit of a question mark to me. They really are. I don't think they're as good as what they used to be in terms of the level that they're at. as opposed to the other teams. So yeah, I'm going to have Falcons unfortunately not taking a game in that group. Next up, Group C, Team Secret against Gaming Gladiators. Now I think Gaming Gladiators, everybody's got them getting swept in every game. I don't think it's going to be like that. Or swept. Is it swept or swept? Swept, isn't it? Getting swept in every game. I don't think it's going to be that way. I really don't. Do I think they can take a game? Well, we'll see. I think Secret will win this. I think Secret are going to be a pretty good team. Again, obviously they got top 4 in the last land, so they've got to be decent, right? But I do think Gladiators can take a couple of games. I think Gladiators are going to surprise a few teams and not just roll over like we all think they're going to do. Liquid against Ground Zero next. That's going to be a sweep for Liquid against Ground Zero. Secret against Ground Zero next. I'm going to have 3-1 here to Ground Zero, to Secret, sorry, and then Team Liquid against Gladiators. I'm going to have Gladiators taking a game, but Liquid are going to be the strongest team in this group, so that's going to be 3-1. And then Secret Liquid is probably going to be a really good game, actually. If Secret turn up at this LAN, they could definitely win this. This game could go either way. I'm going to go with Liquid here, just edging that one out in a game best of 5. Go into 5, I should say. Obviously, it's a best of 5. Ground Zero against Gladiators. Now, a lot of people have gone for Ground Zero winning this against Gladiators, and I am going to have to agree. I know it seems boring. I really do want to kind of go with Gladiators, but I feel like I will just be doing that because of the fairy tale kind of story. I don't know if they can actually win this. I mean, of course they can. I've got it going to 5, so of course they can win it. And like I said, I think Gladiators will take plenty of games off the other teams. I don't think they're going to get swept at all in this group. I'm going to go with the opposite and say they're not going to get swept at all. I think they're going to fight hard. They know that they're the underdog. They know that they're looked down upon across every other team. I think they are basically the worst team here. I guess you can kind of say that. I think they know that, but I think they'll use that as motivation to play well, and we'll see them taking some games. Unfortunately, yes, they are going to go out. I've got them going out, but I do think they're going to take some games off of the other teams. And then our final group, what was I about to say? I don't even know what I was about to say. Group D, Gingy against Pioneers in the first game. That's going to be a sweep. I don't really have any faith in Pioneers to do any damage in this tournament. Oxygen against Complexity. This is a tough one to predict. I'm going to have Complexity edging this, but I think this group is full of teams that can all beat each other, and I think that's what we're going to see. Here, Genji against Cole. I'm going to have Genji winning 3-1. Oxygen Pioneers. Sorry, Pioneers. I can't see you taking a game there. And then Genji Oxygen. Now, last time these two teams played, I've never seen a more one-sided game in my life. Oxygen absolutely destroyed Genji. Now, Genji did go ahead and win the rest of that tournament. They won that LAN. It was at the full major. But Oxygen obliterated them. I was watching it and I was like, it's like watching SSL against Champ. No offense to Genji, it really was like that, and I think they're aware of that. I feel like they could be too aware of that, and it might play on their mind a little bit. So I think Oxygen have got the upper edge here against Genji, and that's why I'm going to have them winning that 3-1. And then Complexity, Pioneers. We'll give Pioneers a game. I'm not going to have them going out 0-9, but I don't think they're going to do any damage in this group. Unfortunately, I think it's just a really tough group for them to be put in. So yeah, 3-1 there to Complexity. So Oxygen top in that group, Genji second, Complexity third, all with the same series score. And then, of course, Pioneers rounding at the bottom. Group C, Liquid, Secret, Ground Zero, Gladiators in that order. Group B, Kami Corp, Vitality, Dignitas, and Falcons in that order. And then Group A, FaZe, G1, G2, and Crew in that order. Group A, a really tight group. Look at the game matches there. 1 and 2 for a second to 4th place. And the games they've won, very close. So, yeah, I do think Group A could go anyway. I really do. I do believe. Okay, over to the playoff matches then. Best of 5, of course, in the round of 1. And then it goes on to best of 7 after that. Vitality against Complexity to kick us off. This is going to be tough. This is going to be a close one. But I do see Complexity as a slightly more rounded team than Vitality at the moment. So I am going to have to edge Complexity there against Vitality. I think CRR and Raiseball are really going to turn up there, whereas Vitality, I think, I'm going to be wrong, all of Vitality are a good team, but Alpha we know is an insane player, and Radosin's been performing really well recently, especially at the later half of this split. So they're going to be a solid team. I just think Complexity have got a bit more about them team-wise, and I think they're going to take that 3-2. Team Secret against G2 next up. This, again, could go either way. It depends if I'm riding on the train of Team Secret being as good as they were in the last LAN. And every single LAN we get upsets. Okay, we do get upsets. So I'm going to go ahead and put Secret to win this. A lot of people aren't going to like that. I know, I am aware. But we always get upsets. We do. Big names get kicked out in round 1 of playoffs. It happens every time, okay? You don't go into quarterfinals with the top 8 best teams. You just never do. It never happens that way. So yeah, Secret going ahead of G2 there. G1 against Ground Zero. Again, I think this has potential for an upset as well. I really do believe that. I think Ground Zero could really turn up when it comes to playoff matches. But I do really rate G1. I do rate G1. I think G1 are looked over quite a lot, or overlooked quite a lot. So yeah, I'm going to have them winning that. I'm going to have a 3-1 as well. It's not going to be as close as I made it out to be. I think that's going to be a 3-1 to G1. And then next up, Gen G against Dig. Again, Dig are not going to be a team that are going to roll over for anyone. They really aren't going to be. But Gen G are a powerhouse. They are a powerhouse team. They are a proper team. They all play to their strengths in that team. They bounce off each other very well, and it's going to be hard for any team to beat Gen G. So I'm going to have them winning that 3-1. Also against Dignitas there. So some really tough games have spawned up over here in the quarterfinals. This is best of 7 now. FaZe against Cole. This is going to be tight. I don't think FaZe are going to win this as easy as people think. I do have FaZe winning it. We're going to go with 4-3 here in this game. And then Oxygen against Secret is next up. Oxygen against Secret. Now, Oxygen for me, they're always good. I think they'll be good in groups. Rlcs is a bit of a question mark for me. He's always good at the start of LANs and then he kind of falls away. Now, I hope that doesn't happen again. I want to see prime Rlcs all the way through a tournament because I think whatever team he's on, he could go and win it easily with Rlcs on your team. I think they can beat Secret. I think they'll still have enough to do what it takes to beat Secret, but it's going to be close. I'm going to have another Game 7 there, honestly. K-Corp against G1. Next up. I think this is going to be comfortable for K-Corp. We're going to give a game to G1, but that's a comfortable win for Kami Corp. The bracket being quite friendly to Kami Corp at that moment. And now, Team Liquid against Gen G. I think Gen G will have a little bit too much for Liquid. I think Liquid could go all the way as well, don't get me wrong, but I just think Gen G will be as good as what we expect Gen G to be. I think they'll be back to their best in this tournament. And yeah, I don't think they're going to... Well, I do think they're going to be Liquid. I was about to say I don't think they are, but I think they will. And I think it'll be reasonably comfortable. Not going to have it going to Game 7. And then the semi-final matches here. FaZe against Oxygen. I have to be boring and go with FaZe. I do think there's a solid top 3 here in this tournament. And they are all here remaining. FaZe being one of them. They're going to be into the grand final. I did say I don't think they're going to get to the grand final, but here they are. That's how the bracket worked. Kami Corp and Gen G, on the other hand, is going to be a very close match. This is going to be, if this happens, it's going to be mental. It will be absolutely mental. I think K-Corp will take it. I do think K-Corp will take it. And on that note, K-Corp into the final. I think K-Corp will take the final as well. I think it'll be a 4-2 victory for K-Corp in the final. I can't see K-Corp not winning this tournament. I'm just going to say that much. I think a lot of people have FaZe. I've seen more people having FaZe winning than Kami Corp. Now, I think Kami Corp are the favourites here, in my opinion. They are the favourites. They've been solid throughout the entire split. So there we have it then. That's my predictions. I don't know if I'm going to do any more predictions after this for the next split. I don't know if anybody really enjoys them. Again, in my opinion, I just kind of don't like going against... I do sometimes do some surprises here and there, but I think your best team, or at least an expected team, is going to win most of the time when it comes to a LAN. It's rare that you get a major upset in the final. So predictions can be kind of boring because you're kind of expecting everybody to have the same sort of prediction with the same teams in the final, right? So yeah, I don't know if I'm going to count with these prediction videos, but let me know if you do like them. Maybe I will. If you do like them, let me know. Like the video, subscribe as well. Comment below who you have winning and who you think could be the dark horse. I want to see what your dark horse favorites are. For me, it could be like Secret or G1, even though Secret did get top 4, so it's kind of harsh to call them a dark horse team. I think G1 could be as well. But yeah, let me know what your dark horse team is. Dignitas as well. There's so many teams to pick from. Let me know who yours is. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll speak to you all very soon.